Good day, respected judges. We are pleased to present our IID project titled Problematrix Template for Social Science. We are Dr. Nurul Kamala Yusuf, Madam Nurul Nadia Harasti, and Dr. Amir Fawaz. Today, we introduce an innovation designed to solve one of the most persistent challenges in postgraduate research writing: constructing a strong argumentative problem statement. Problem statement: the real problem. Let's be honest. This is where many postgraduate students struggle the most. They don't struggle because they lack ideas. They struggle because they don't know how to clearly identify a research gap or how to position their study within existing literature or how to convincingly justify why their research actually matters. When it comes to writing the problem statement, many end up being descriptive instead of argumentative. Now, we do have frameworks available. Some focus only on structure, some emphasize rhetorical moves, others help formulate research questions. But none of them integrate all three dimensions together. That fragmentation costs students time, confidence, and sometimes even the graduation time. Our objectives were to create or develop an integrated argumentative or integrated scaffold that aligns structure, rhetoric, and justification in a single usable tool, not another theory, not another checklist, but a practical matrix that transforms writing behavior. And at large, able to improve postgraduate research quality. This innovation, or the problematrix framework, integrates three core dimensions. Firstly, structural sequencing. Second, rhetorical positioning. And third, social and disciplinary justification across four stages: context to discrepancy, to gap, and finally justification. Instead of writing linearly, students now construct arguments strategically. Every paragraph must do three things at once: advance logic, position scholarship, and justify relevance. That is the innovation. What makes this template different? It is not just conceptual, it is operational, that is accessible via QR code. Students interact with a live digital template with four tabs. Problem matrix is designed as a structured matrix with three aligned columns. The first column focuses on structural sequencing. This guides students to move logically from context to discrepancy, to knowledge gap, and finally justification. The second column focuses on rhetorical positioning. This ensures students engage literature properly, identify what is missing, and clearly position their study within existing scholarship. The third column addresses social and disciplinary justification. This pushes students to explain why the gap matters, who is affected, and why the research must be conducted. So instead of writing randomly, students fill in each row systematically. Each stage focuses them to think structurally, rhetorically, and critically at the same time. That is what transforms a descriptive problem statement into a defensible scholarly argument. After answering the guided prompts in tab 2, they, they will complete structured alignment and then evaluate themselves using a 24-point diagnostic tool, which helps to reduce ambiguity and supervise the revisions. At the same time, it increases coherence. So this is how the template or the problem matrix template was born. Think of it like building a smart system. not just a template. So the phase one covers literature synthesis, which means we didn't invent randomly. We analyze structural models, rhetorical frameworks, research question tools, and ask why are students still struggling. We also adopted integrative literature at this stage, followed by phase two, which is a conceptual integration. This is where the magic happened. We realized that problem wasn't lack of frameworks, it was lack of alignment. So we integrated structure, rhetoric, and justification into one system or scaffolding. Followed by phase three, which is the prototype development. We transform theory into something usable, a matrix, prompts, a checklist, and a diagnostic tool, which you can find in a live worksheet or the live template. So it is not just abstract theory, but a practical application. Phase 4, refinement and validation. We tested, adjusted, and simplified at this stage. This is because innovation must be usable, not complicated. And the result? A structured argumentative engine or a argumentative problem statement. Now, let me show you what makes problem metrics powerful. It is not just a template, it's a guided thinking system. The first one, core matrix framework. This is the backbone. 4 stages: context, a discrepancy, a gap justification. Each stage forces alignment across 3 dimensions. No skipping, no vague writing. Next, guided question prompts. Instead of telling students, identify the gap, we ask them specific questions. What exactly is missing? Who is affected? Why is this unresolved? These prompts trigger critical thinking automatically. Next, paragraph construction guide. This ensures every paragraph does 3 things: advance logic, engage literature, justify relevance. So there's no more disconnected paragraphs. Next, 24-point diagnostic checklist. This is where it becomes measurable. Students can score themselves. Supervisors can give structured feedback. It moves writing from subjective to evaluable. Finally, digital access via QR code. And here's the part. It is not just a PDF, it's interactive, accessible online, and again, it's scalable, low cost, and high reach. In short, Problematrix doesn't tell students what to write, it trains them how to think argumentatively, and that is the real innovation. So, how does Problematrix actually work? Very simple. Traditionally, we ask, what is your problem? Problematrix changes how students think before they write. Instead of asking, what is your problem? The template asks, have you structured it logically? Have you positioned it within literature? Have you justified why it matters? Each paragraph that students write must do 3 things simultaneously. First, advance the structural stage. Second, demonstrate rhetorical positioning. Third, justify relevance and necessity. So students can just describe, they must argue. The matrix forces alignment, which removes vague statements like few studies have been done. Instead, students must specify what exactly is missing, why is it missing, why does it matter. This is how descriptive writing turns into an argumentative one. From preliminary implementation and our personal supervision feedback, we observed students were able to articulate research gaps more clearly. Their problem statements became more logically sequenced. Supervisors reported fewer structural revisions. And importantly, students showed greater confidence when defending their research proposals. The checklist component also made feedback more objective. Instead of saying this is weak, supervisors could say you are missing justification in stage 3. That clarity improved supervision process. Problemmetric is a digital first product, which means low production cost, minimal overhead, and high scalability. It does not require physical distribution or expensive infrastructure. It can be deployed instantly through QR access or institutional platforms. Our primary target markets include universities, postgraduate centers, writing consultancies, or even research training providers. In terms of pricing strategy, we design a tiered model. For individual students, a one-time license between 25 ringgit to 50 ringgit provides full access to the template, toolkit, and diagnostic system. For institutions, an annual license between 1,500 to 5,000 allows unlimited student access, supervisor materials, and customization options. We also offer structured workshop packages for research training programs because the product is adaptable across disciplines, even though we emphasize on social science. So, this could be a potential template to be used in research and training programs. It's also because English medium postgraduate education is growing across Southeast Asia and beyond. Problemmetrics offers strong regional and international expansion potential. In short, Problemmetrics framework is a scalable, adaptable, and commercially sustainable. So what makes Problemmetrics template different? First, integration. Most frameworks focus on structure or rhetoric or research questions. Problemmetrics integrates all three simultaneously. Second, practical application. It converts theory into usable prompts, a metric system, and a measurable checklist. Third, the measurable improvement. The 24-point diagnostic tool, as can be found in the tab 4 of the live worksheet, allows objective evaluation for both students and supervisors. Fourth is digital scalability, QR accessible, low cost, and adaptable across disciplines, though the emphasis is on social sciences. In short, Problemmetrics does not compete with existing models, it integrates and strengthens them. As can be seen here, Problemmetrics operates on a diversified revenue model. We generate revenue through direct digital download sales for individual users, institutional subscription models for universities, academic workshop packages for training programs, and in the future, and an AI integrated premium version. Because this is a digital product, the production cost is low. There is no physical manufacturing, no logistics costs, and minimal maintenance overhead. That makes it a high margin and scalable educational innovation. Now, looking at market potential, our target users are clearly defined: postgraduate students, thesis supervision units, research methodology lecturers, academic writing centers, and this is not limited to one region. With the steady growth of postgraduate enrollment across Southeast Asia and English medium universities globally, Problematrix has strong regional and international expansion potential. In short, Problematrix template is scalable, adaptable, and is commercially sustainable. At the end of the day, we don't just want students to write better problem statements. We want them to think better as researchers and not simply listing or describing the literature, but being able to think critically while writing an argumentative problem statement. That is the purpose of problem metrics. Thank you very much for lending your ears. We're happy to answer any questions. If you do have questions, please leave them in the comment section. Thank you.